the question on everybody's lips, especially when it comes to Instagram right now, is like, what the heck is going on? And I can see why. I've been coming across a lot of threads of people complaining, especially people with a lot of following, saying that their followers do not see their posts. And I have noticed this as well on my own Instagram, that a lot of my followers do not see my posts, like maybe 20 or 30%. So in this video, I'll give you an insight into what I think is going on with Instagram. 2, I carried out a experiment, so I'll be telling you my findings from what I have gathered, experimenting on my own page. And 3, I'll be letting you know what I think can help you beat the algorithm. So do well to watch this video to the end so you don't miss out. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chia. If it's your first time encountering my video, then welcome. And if you're subscribed, thank you very much. If you're not, do well to subscribe because you're going to be learning a lot from my channel. In this channel, I'm going to be giving you everything from travel, lifestyle, fashion, and everything in between. Today, I'll be talking about Instagram. Okay, this is insane because everybody's going crazy. Every time I go on trends, I see what the heck is going on, what's happening. Nobody's seeing my post, my followers see my post, and they're not lying because for context, I have over 16K followers, and I notice that most time when I put something out, I get maybe 20% of my followers see my post. Like 20% of my followers see my post. Sometimes even 15%. I feel like what is happening is what has been happening to business accounts. Now, for the longest time, business accounts had very limited reach because once you put that you're a business on Instagram, Instagram wants you to run ads. And once you start running ads, I kid you not, you cannot stop. On our business account page for the Fatra, which is like an African-style fashion brand, we have over 11,000 followers. And I tell you that 2% of the followers rarely ever see posts that we put out. But that doesn't stop us anyway. We keep posting. So that's what I've noticed about business accounts on Instagram. If you have a business account on Instagram, Instagram will make sure that nobody sees your post except they put on post notification or you run ads. So I think what has happened is that has like transferred into personal accounts. I think that, there's some sort of algorithm upgrade where what business accounts used to suffer, creators are about to start suffering the same thing. On my personal account when I had not up to 11K, I used to have so much reach, a lot more than my business account. Now I have over 16,000 followers and I have 20% of my followers rarely see my post. Now, of course, there's the occasional viral post that attract maybe one or two, a few eyes, and then, a lot of people follow you. But regardless, majority of people's posts are not seen by their followers. And what I think is the reason is Instagram has started an algorithm upgrade where I hear that people now have to pay for reach. So apparently you will get verified. This is all still rumored, although some people have said that Instagram has reached out to them. I saw a lady on YouTube say Instagram reached out to her and told her XYZ. Nobody knows this because I wasn't there, but she said that Instagram now wants you to pay for reach. So first of all, every time an app, especially Meta, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, they want to roll out an algorithm change or an algorithm upgrade, they implement certain, things that would get users desperate. And I think that's what's happening. Because they want to do an algorithm upgrade, they've rolled out certain changes to the app that have made a lot of people desperate. So in that desperation, whatever changes they make, which usually involves paying for stuff, you will be more eager to do it because you'll be worn out from, not having any reach or not having anybody see your post. So relax, take a deep breath because usually this is not for long. Yes, during the period of the algorithm change, there'll be a lot of, changes in regards to reach and all that. But after some time, people settle back into a routine and the changes get a bit less crazy. So just take a deep breath and relax instead of screaming in frustration and just watch what is it that they want us to do or they want users to do. And then we can see if it's something that you want to do or not. This is an example. When the payment for verification came out, a lot of people did it because they thought, it was going to enhance their reach, or it was going to help enhance other people seeing them, but it didn't. It really did not. I never did it because I'm never pressured by things like that. But a lot of people did it and it didn't add any significant growth or any significant change to their profiles. If you still keep putting posts that your followers do not resonate with or without a paid verified badge, nobody will see your post. Now, the only people flexing on Instagram right now are celebrities or very popular people who already have people who put post notifications to see their posts. Every other person is just being left hungry. So here are the things that I think, based on my own experimentation with my own account, that I think can help. One of it is hashtags. Now, I keep hearing all sorts of things about hashtags not being relevant, hashtags this, hashtag that. No, they are. I have used them and I have seen them. And sometimes the hashtags do not even have to be relevant to your niche. They do not even have to be relevant to what you're posting, but they will still get eyes on your post. So you can do 40, 60. 40 in terms of hashtags that are not relevant to what exactly you're posting, and 60 to hashtags that are actually relevant to what you're posting. And I'm going to show you. As you can see my Instagram. Some of the posts that I use certain hashtags, even though they had nothing to do with the post, you can see how much eyes came from. If you go to your insights on Instagram, when you check the amount of reach a post gets, you can always see the reach, the eyes that came from hashtags, the ones that came from your explore page, and the ones that came from your profile. Now, if your hashtag does what it's supposed to do, you will see a lot of eyes from hashtags. So hashtags work. They work. So do not stop using hashtags. Yes, there's some posts that you put up and you don't need hashtags, and you just put them up and they still go to the explore page if a lot of eyes get to see it and like it as fast as possible, but hashtags still work. But I would not advise for you to use them on every post so it doesn't become spammy. Usually I do 1 to 3. If I post 3 things, I put hashtags on one. On the later date, I could go back to that post and edit it with, with more hashtags, but initially I leave it with either no hashtag or very, very little hashtag. Another thing about hashtag that there's no limit. Instagram allows 30 hashtags. Use all 30 of them. There are a lot of people that be like, oh, you should use 10 or 5 or 15. No, you can use all 30. It doesn't get your post shadow banned. It doesn't get your account restricted. It gets more eyes. The more hashtags, the better. So there's no need going very minimal on those hashtags. No, you can use as much as 30. As long as you don't go above 30, you are good. The second thing is, from my observation, posting times actually matter. I have noticed that when I post, usually around 2 or 3 p.m., even though most people say, oh, the best time to post are between 10:30 to 12 and 7:30 to 9, I have realized that posting between 2 to 3 brings me the most eyes. I don't know if this works for everybody or if it's just me, but this is something I have personally noticed. Every time I post something that is between 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., 3:30, I get a lot of eyes on that post. I get a lot of people on that post. Coincidentally, on my insights, Instagram tells me that I have the most eyes around 6 and 9 p.m. But from posting regularly, I can see that between 2 to 3 p.m., I have a lot of eyes. I don't know why that is. Maybe you can check it out and see if it's something that works for you, and just, let me know what you think after you've tried it out. Another thing that I have experimented with is Threads. I noticed that the more I post on Threads, the more eyes I get on my Instagram. So Threads is a new app that Instagram just rolled out, and I think that they're prioritizing views or eyes on Threads because they're trying to get more people to use it. And like I said, every time they bring out a change or a new app or something, they try to prioritize to get a lot of people to use it. So that is something that I have noticed. So if you have Threads or if you don't have Threads, download it and start typing stuff. Also, I noticed that with Threads, people can connect with you more. For Instagram reels or pictures, even when you write things down, not a lot of people have the patience to go and look at your picture and they start reading like all of those things. But with Threads, it's pretty much more a worded app, so people can actually connect with you and know what you're about and maybe follow you. So that's something that I have picked up from there. Another thing I have noticed based on my experimentation with my account is reels, like trending reels. Once there's a trend, it's always good to hop on the trend immediately. Like as you see it, go and hop on it. So trends are still getting eyes on people's posts, and I've noticed this. I've done a few. I don't do all trends. Some of them I don't resonate with, some I do. But if you see a trend and it's something that is not too much, or it's something that resonates with you, then you can go ahead and hop on it and do your own version of the trend, and then that will get more eyes on your post. Going forward, I'm going to be telling you what I think you should do that I have observed that Instagram likes. One thing Instagram likes, funny videos. If you're funny, you're going to have eyes, regardless of the algorithm. So if you have any bit of, comedy in you, this is the right time to bring it out and let people see that part of you. I don't particularly consider myself a funny person, but from time to time I do witty stuff. So I have noticed that people maybe just want to relax or just want to watch funny things, and then a lot of funny videos get a lot of eyes. Another thing that I've noticed a lot of people doing on Instagram is putting hooks. So there's this thing where they get a totally unrelated video. I've seen one particular one of like some guy in a trolley falling out of an ambulance, and then they just jump out and put your video. So hooks, pretty much hooks. So apparently the first 3 minutes is very important to your video. If you put a strong catchy hook in the first 3 minutes, you get a lot of eyes on that video really fast, and then everybody can see what you are trying to get them to see. Now, getting a hook is not very easy, but if that's something that you're willing to try, then it's something that you can do. I also noticed that putting worded messages on your reels to give people an insight or give them a perspective of what you're trying to show actually works. Yeah, people like to read the post, read the words, and be like, okay, I can see what this person is trying to tell me in this video. I noticed that also gets a lot of eyes on your videos, so that's something you can also try. So moving on from all things I've observed from experimenting on my own account, I'm just going to be giving you a few tips as to what I think you can do to help your Instagram get more eyes on them. The first thing I think is post consistently. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, Instagram doesn't want you to post more, it wants you to post less. I don't necessarily think so. I think Instagram wants you to post as much as you want, because any app wants you to post more. So the whole myth of, oh, Instagram wants to post three times 7 days, I really don't think so. I think that if you can post every day, post. If you can post every day, do not say, oh, Instagram. So consistency is very important. 2, hashtags. Hashtags are big. You should always use hashtags, or at least do my 1, 2, 3 rule. Use hashtag on one post or 2 posts, and then don't use on one. And I noticed that hashtag work really great on posts as well as reels, so they do not discriminate. Another thing about hashtags that I think that is very important for you to note is that if you're using hashtags that are like 500k and less, you tend to stand a chance to be seen by more people than when you use hashtags that are from 500k and up. Usually, I try to use hashtags that are between 300k and 50k, sometimes even 20k. And this is for me who has an account that is over 16k followers. And I try to use hashtags that I don't even use up to 500. But I feel like if you are going to use hashtag, then make sure you use hashtags that are between 10,000 and 500k. Do not go above that, because I think that it just gets lost in a sea of other posts and then nobody sees it. Another thing that I think would definitely push your reels or get your profile to be seen more is to use hooks. Now, they don't necessarily have to be related to the video that you're trying to put up, but I notice that people like to see very outrageous things, you know what I'm saying? So maybe the first 2 seconds of a video, do something really crazy, and then follow up with what you actually want to show people. Another thing is, try as much as possible to post very clear videos and pictures. I told you, people like, funny people. So if you are a comedian, or if you're an aspiring comedian, then get your funny hats out. People also like to see people dance. I have noticed this. So if you're a good dancer, this is not a time to be shy. You should be right there in front of your phone, dancing and showing people what you got. Another thing to never forget is to put the wordings on your videos. They always to give people a perspective as to what you're trying to tell them or what you're trying to show them. And then they get to watch till the end. Another tip is to keep your videos short and crisp, sometimes very precise, except you're a movie and trying to show a trailer of a movie. It's always nice to keep your videos short and easy, because according to studies, people have really, really short attention spans now. They don't want to watch something for too long, except it's very, very interesting. So if you know your video is very interesting, yes, you can make them longer. But if you just want to do something that would grab a lot of eyes in a short period of time, then just keep your videos between 5 to 15 seconds, and then you will get as much eyes as you should. Another thing you can do, which is, I do this from our business account. The person who handles the business account does it. I do not know if your followers get too frustrated, they might follow you. So I don't know if everybody should do this, but you can send your posts to your followers' DMs. When you put up a post, because most of them do not get to see it anyway, you can send it into the DM and they could click on it, see it, and maybe like it, or if it's a product that they want, they could buy it. And so if it's a reel that they find interesting, they could watch it. I forgot to add in my observation is that tags really do nothing. You know the tags where they tell you to describe your post and they show it to a certain group of people? I've tried it a few times and it did nothing for me. If you've tried it and it worked for you, please let me know in the comments, but it didn't do anything for me. So I really don't think that tags work, or they don't work. I don't know what they do, but I stopped using them after a few times because I did not see any significant change or eyes or whatever on certain posts. So I don't know about tags. Now, if you listen to all these tips and you have more to add for other people, you can put them in the comment section. These are things that are verifiable and I have tried. If you have other things that you have tried that I don't mention in this video, please do also put in the comment section so other people can learn from you. Lastly, you need to emotionally detach from social media and make sure that it doesn't affect you. A lot of people get really, really affected, and it's like a mental health problem. It's crazy. People get really affected by their views, their posts not being seen, or their views not being seen. And to some extent, I understand that because someone used the word in a thread that I saw that said, "This is so embarrassing." I totally get it, but you need to detach and understand that this is nothing that has to do with you or your post, and more with Instagram and its algorithm. So instead of internalizing the problem, let go and just look for ways to see if you can fix it. You can also hide your like counts if you feel like, oh, you're so embarrassed by people seeing that you have very few likes. You can just hide your like. Another reason why people hide your like counts is just because they really do not want to be bothered with what they post. They want to post what they like, and they don't want to be bothered by who liked or who did not like. They just want to post what they like. And if that is you, then by all means do that. At the end of the day, your mental health, your mental health space is what is important. Also, Instagram isn't the only social media app. If Instagram is not working for you, you can move on to other apps like TikTok, YouTube, and every other place that you can go to, instead of just giving yourself heart palpitation over the fact that your posts are not being seen or interacted with. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please drop your comments or your observations of Instagram in general in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and do not forget to drop your comments. Have a lovely day and see you next time. Bye.